Hello, my name is Alyssa Dizon, and I'm with the Lubbock Avalanche-Journal. Today I'm here in Littlefield at Waymore's liquor store, where James Jennings has all kinds of memorabilia of his brother Waylon Jennings, who was a famous country rock star back in the 70s. And he has all kinds of records and album covers, so we're going to check that out and also get the 25-cent tour of Littlefield and see all the places where James and his brother grew up, places where they played and hung out. So let's go inside.
Waylon did music from the get-go. I promise you. I mean, he was forever into music. That was just it, music. I named this liquor store Waymore's, and I had this piece of property here, and I thought, well, and I had quite a bit of stuff. And then that's Waylon and that old Telecaster guitar of his right there. Well, he sent that to my mama, and that was the first country album that ever went platinum. Well, you know, this all happened in about 30 minutes one day. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to be in a liquor store. And she said, when? I said, right now.
Waymore's used to be a gas station with Waylon's memorabilia set up in its own room. James converted the gas station into a liquor store and named it after Waylon's nickname. The best part of the trip was getting James's 25-cent tour in his pickup truck.
Now, this was all dirt. There wasn't no paved streets then.
He showed us black and white photos of his family, the house where he and Waylon grew up on Austin Avenue, and his neighborhood.
And we used to come down here and play in these trees here. They build in what's called trolley wires. They take a cable and tie it off in top of the tree and then run it down to the ground, drive it into the ground, and put a steel rod on it, a piece of pipe on it, and climb up in the tree and then ride that deal back down. He said, my very first remembrance of anything was a guitar. My daddy would play and he'd set the guitar down. He said, I can remember trying to get to that guitar. And that was even before he could walk, but he said, I can remember that. He said, there was just something about that guitar that caught my eye, and I had to have that guitar. Buddy Holly, he thought, you know, he's about 4 years older than Waylon, or 5, and he thought a lot of Waylon. He paid for Waylon's first recording. But you never could label Waylon like as a country hour. It was just Waylon's music. Last time I talked to him on a Saturday, and I could tell he was pretty weak, and they'd cut off part of his leg. He said, if I can get off this wheelchair and this walker, he said, it'll be worth it. He said, I ain't quitting. He said, I'm still going. He said, I'll get where I can. He said, I'm going right back on the road. He said, I'm not stopping. And I said, well, you know, I said, that's a hell of a deal. I said, you know, you get dealt a hand. I said, you just got to play the hand you dealt. He said, I know it.
5 generations of Jennings have lived and worked here in Littlefield. Now James's daughter Darla will continue to run the liquor store and the museum to keep it open for all of Waylon's loyal fans.
I more or less keep it kind of like a family thing, you know, to myself, because I enjoy, you know, visiting with people. They come by just like y'all and going around and showing them stuff, and like I say, these people come and they bring stuff. They've got their Waylon Jennings stuff, and they show up with, you know, stuff all the time, and they've got Waylon Jennings stories they tell, you know, and we'll go over and sit down and drink a cup of coffee and visit and laugh and talk about different songs. Well, he was a good entertainer and a good old boy, you know, and he enjoyed what he was doing and made a lot of good music. And evidently they must have liked it too, because there's a bunch of them still coming by to see, you know.